Well, this was unexpected and something that I was afraid would happen, but never was confident in those fears. And judging by this thumbnail that you see on your screen, yep, unfortunately, it's true. Henry Cavill is officially done as Superman, at least for the time being. And I'm not gonna lie to you guys, it hurts. It hurts. I don't know why this is affecting me so much. I mean, I guess look at the background, right? I'm gonna share what James Gunn just posted on his Twitter because we knew he was meeting with Warner Bros. Discovery executives and, well, really David Zaslav, and he was gonna pitch his DC universe that he wanted to do, his 10-year plan, him and Peter Safran, and up until this point, nobody knew, right? James Gunn was on Twitter, debunking all these rumors and speculation, these pieces from major trades and whatnot. And I was I was so convinced that Henry Cavill Superman was here to stay. But I guess not. And here is what James Gunn posted on Twitter about an hour ago. Peter and I have a DC slate ready to go, which we couldn't be more over the moon about. We'll be able to share some exciting information about our first projects at the beginning of the new year. Among those on the slate is Superman. In the initial stages, our story will be focusing on an earlier part of Superman's life. So the character will not be played by Henry Cavill. There it is right there. James Gunn continues, but we just had a great meeting with Henry, and we're big fans, and we talked about a number of exciting possibilities to work together in the future. Now, I'm going to pause right here before I read any more. What exactly does that mean? Okay, so they had a great meeting, Henry Cavill and James Gunn. Okay, so they're on good terms, and there are possibilities to work together in the future. Maybe we know Marvel's going the variant route, right? With the multiverse saga. Could Henry Cavill's Superman appear in an alternate timeline? I don't know. But as it stands right now, the next Superman project will not be with Henry Cavill. James Gunn continues, and he's now fielding questions from fans. Um, Somebody asked, being a part of the slate, I assume it's a movie. James Gunn says yes. Are you writing, directing? James Gunn confirms he is writing, has been for a while. Remember, a couple weeks ago, he tweeted out Superman is very important to him and is a big part of his plans. He doesn't have an answer yet on who's directing. And he answers one question about whether it's an origin story or not. James Gunn says, no, it's not going to be an origin. It's going to focus on the early days of Superman. And this one's interesting right here. As sad as this news is, somebody asked, could Ben Affleck direct? Interesting. I wouldn't take Ben Affleck to direct a Superman movie. But James Gunn says, met with Ben yesterday precisely because he wants to direct and we want him to direct. We just have to find the right project. So Ben Affleck could be sticking around the DCU, as it's now called, but more so as a director. And before I go into more about what I how I feel about this, I'm gonna bring up a um a tweet here from James Gunn. And if I could just find my bookmarks here. Where is it? Bookmarks. This is from Henry Cavill shortly after James Gunn broke the news. Henry Cavill had this to say: I had just had a meeting with James Gunn and Peter Safran, and it's sad news, everyone. I will, after all, not be returning as Superman. After being told by the studio to announce my return back in October prior to their hire, this news isn't the easiest, but that's life. The changing of the guard is something that happens. I respect that. James and Peter have a universe to build. I wish them and all involved with the new universe the best of luck and the happiest of fortunes. For those who have been by my side through the years, we can mourn for a bit. I'm definitely doing that right now. But then we must remember Superman is still around. Everything he stands for still exists, and the examples he sets for us are still there. My turn to wear the cape has passed, but what Superman stands for never will. It's been a fun ride with all of you. Onwards and upwards. I mean, come on. Henry Cavill is the epitome of what Superman stands for, okay? He's not throwing shade. He's not, attacking people or anything like that. He's respecting the character because the character is bigger than any one actor or any one era. There's more ways to portray Superman than what's already has been and what's already been established. I mean, if the Christopher Reeve and Dick Donner fans could just understand that and be open to interpretation. Um so this does answer some questions while also, you know, um posing more questions, okay? Um Henry Cavill is a big part of what's called the Snyderverse. And the fact that he's not coming back now really makes me question the future of Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman, Ben Affleck's Batman, Jason Momoa's Aquaman, Ezra Miller's Flash, Ray Fisher's Cyborg, and the rest of the actors that we've seen in the DCEU, formerly known as the DCEU, excuse me, DCU. This tells me right here, at the very least, this is going to be a soft reboot, and we kind of already knew that by now. But taking out Henry Cavill's Superman is a big part of that. But then again, James Gunn has also said that he wants to work with Margot Robbie's Harley Quinn. He stated that during the press tour for the Suicide Squad, and Margot Robbie shared similar feelings. She wants to work with James Gunn. So it's not all going away, and therefore the Snyderverse isn't dead, if that makes sense, because then you would have to get rid of Margot Robbie's Harley Quinn. You'd have to get rid of everything. So, where do we go from here as DC fans? Well, there's going to be a new Superman, and now the Flash movie is all the more interesting. There were reports this past week that Henry Cavill had made a cameo. He shot a cameo for the Flash movie, and whether or not they were going to use that or not, doesn't mean they aren't going to use it. I don't think so, but maybe they can turn it into more of a farewell. Um, and the Flash movie will definitely be a jumping point to a new DCU that James Gunn and Peter Safran are doing. What does this mean for Dwayne Johnson's Black Adam? He was so convinced that he's going to have his own corner of the universe that Black Adam and Superman will fight. I mean, he pretty much told us Superman was going to be in the movie without telling us Superman was going to be in the movie weeks leading up to Black Adam. Where does that stand now? Does Dwayne Johnson even want to be a part of the DCU going forward, or was that a one-off? Did the movie make money? Did the movie not make money? It depends on which trade you trust, whether it's Deadline, who says Black Adam was profitable, or the Hollywood Reporter, who says Black Adam lost money. It's all a cluster right now. It's um Derby 501 first, 50 first. I remember you. I'm happy because the Snyderverse is over in the DCU, but it hurts to see Cavill go. Shame he was written terribly. Um, I'm gonna disagree with that. Come on now, look at the background. But still, I'm happy to hear that you are still a fan of Henry Cavill's Superman, and it got you feeling some type of way. It just yeah, this is rough right here, and we're not gonna know anything until anything more unless James Gunn himself tweets it out, and he is expected to make a presentation, at least to us. He already did so to David Zaslav, um, presumably earlier today, if not yesterday, but that will happen in January. And it's going to be interesting to see. There could be more blows to, right here for us DC fans. I don't know if Gal Gadot is here to stay. Now I look back at her tweet and I find it to be a little more of, could it be a little more of a farewell? Let me bring it up here one more time. Let's see. Here it is. Gal Gadot. A few years ago, it was announced that I was going to play Wonder Woman. I've been so grateful for the opportunity to play such an incredible, iconic character. And more than anything, I'm grateful for you, the fans. Can't wait to share her next chapter with you. Now I'm looking at this differently. This could very well be a goodbye for Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman. Um, what a shame because that means Wonder Woman 84 is her last solo movie as the character. And even though I've been a defender of Wonder Woman 84, I still would have liked to have seen Wonder Woman 3 and, be set in the modern day. And yeah, so maybe Ben Affleck's last time as Batman will be in the Flash movie. But yeah, this hurts. This hurts, but we'll see what happens with James Gunn and his DCU. I'm not gonna all of a sudden, turn my back on the DCU, the DC movies. Okay, I'm still a fan. But I would have liked to have seen more of Henry Cavill Superman and not have any more wasted potential from what the previous regimes have done. But then I understand if you want to create a cohesive universe, you have to let go of some things. And unfortunately, Henry Cavill Superman is now one of those things, at least for now. I'm curious what future possibilities could be in store. Does Henry Cavill play a different character or does his Superman return? I don't know. We'll find out, but that's going to do it. Just a quick live stream discussion on Henry Cavill's Superman being no more. I am eternally grateful for, what we have gotten. I still stand by Man of Steel being one of the most overly hated comic book movies in a long time. I'm happy to see that Man of Steel is a movie that, you know, finds more and more fans as it gets older, stands the test of time. I am grateful that we got this movie, which was never supposed to happen. I think back to Henry Cavill's Superman or Clark Kent at the end where he opens his shirt and there's the symbol of hope right there and boom, movie's over, but then you get the epilogue. Um And yeah, I guess there was a brief moment of hope where he returned in Black Adam. And, again, say what you will about Black Adam, but when everybody saw that, whether you saw it in theaters or you saw the leaked version or later on in a more clearer version, I saw all of film Twitter literally celebrate because Henry Cavill Superman was back. And it was a crime that his Superman was on the sidelines for so long that the previous Warner Brothers regime decided to put a a headless Superman in the Shazam movie. It was just wow, like hit after hit after hit. And but hey, I'm happy, we did get a bit more of Henry Cavill's Superman. Alonso Rojas, thank you for stopping by. This is sad, but if we want a logical DCU, sacrifices have to be made. Yeah, that's the hard truth. Sometimes the truth hurts. It does, clearly. But hey, at least we got Snyder's DC trilogy. That's something, absolutely. And we will have this movie no matter what. Okay, I'll show it one more time. We will have this movie no matter what. But that's gonna do it. Wow. I haven't done a live stream in over a year, and what a way to start. Damn. I appreciate you guys stopping by, whether it was a couple seconds or through the whole thing. Derpy, good to see you again. Hope you're healthy and well. Alonzo, thank you so much for the comments. And I got a few more weeks until 2023. I'm going to try to figure out where to take this channel going forward. I am absolutely more committed to Apocalypse movies and what I'm doing over there. So make sure you check out Apocalypse movies and you'll find me more on there. But this channel is not going anywhere by any stretch. And thank you again for tuning in. And I'm sure I'll see you guys soon. Take care.